Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa Otsi, and if you're new on this channel, please like this video, subscribe, share to people who you think will benefit from it, and of course subscribe to my channel. And that bell beside it, make sure to click it so you get notified whenever I post new content on this channel. So people, at this point, I'm just gonna start by saying what is going on. What exactly is happening, like what exactly is going on. I came across a particular video some time ago, I think like 3 days ago or 4 days ago, on Instagram. It's even trending everywhere on TikTok and Facebook now, knowing that this particular topic is something that I have always talked on this channel. Like I always raise alarm about this particular topic, but it feels like at the end of the day people still do what is on their mind. But I'm like, okay, if you end up doing what is on your mind, then why come out on social media to rant? And because you would not say you were not told. Now what exactly is going on? Where am I driving out? Buying COS and selling COS. I don't think I can say enough about this. I mean, this is something I encourage everyone and anyone out there to keep talking about, to keep preaching. Keep nailing it. If you're a content creator, make sure to keep reminding your audience, because some persons still don't know. That's the truth. Some persons are still really ignorant that if you pay for COS, have it at the back of your mind that there's a huge chance that there will be no shift for you, because any employer that is doing this is definitely greedy, and there is no way that person will say no to money. Like if you come to that person and the person charges you £15,000 to give you COS and you pay, and 10 other people come, they can't say no to money. They are still going to accept the money from these people, knowing fully well that there is no shift for them, and they're not even willing to put in more effort to get more clients, to get more residents for these carers to cater for. Now let's quickly watch this particular video, which of course is going to be scrolling down here.
Let them take it. Let them get hold of me.
She's not getting in the car.
She's not getting until the police come. The police are coming. Have you called the police? The police have to come. No. Let the police come. Let the police come. I am recording it right now.
Apparently, you can tell that battle of accent was going down in that video. The video is about 3 minutes long. I just cut it down because I don't want to bore you guys, because they kept on saying the same thing. Apparently, this woman told COS to this group of people and blocked them when they arrived in the UK. And trust me, is it new? No, it is definitely not new. And were these people aware that it is illegal to pay for COS? Definitely. They don't. I'm sure they were aware that it is illegal, but because we are so used to this shortcut tradition, we don't want to go to the stress of interview, go through the stress of getting a job. I know it can be really hectic. It is a lot of energy. It is a lot of work. You need to make sure that the job description matches your CV. You edit your CV. It's a lot of hard work. It is. Lots of people outside of the UK don't want to go through that stress. What do you mean? When money can easily get this for me, so why should I have to go through that stress? Forgetting that for anything that we do, there will always be consequences. And unfortunately, theirs came really early. Ideally, paying for COS is very much illegal. I know it started with 4,000, 5,000, 8,000, 7,000, 10,000, now 15,000. Like what in the hell of greediness is going on here? Like why are these employers so greedy? And no, it is not peculiar to Nigerians only. This is not peculiar to Nigerians alone, not at all. Other nationals are very much guilty of this. This absolutely has nothing to do with Africans. This absolutely has nothing to do with Nigerians. I just don't know what is going on. I think this is greed playing a role, and unfortunately, this is preventing people that have the certifications, people that have the experience, people that have the knowledge, people that can actually give value to organizations. This is preventing them from getting a job legally, officially, like the right way. Bearing in mind that Nigeria and some other African countries are currently in the red list, which means that some companies are not actively recruiting Nigerians like before. So now that alone is our limitation. And now knowing that some persons are willing to pay, tell me why a company will go through the stress of interviewing you and giving you the job, or even vetting your CV. Recruitment process takes a lot. Believe me, it takes a lot. Tell me why a company will want to go through all that, knowing that there is a shorter cut. And also tell me why some persons want to go through the process of applying for jobs, knowing that there's a shorter cut. So it is really sad that people are willing to just let money be the order of the day, allow money to be their major drive. And it's so sad that when they come to this country, they unfortunately cannot work because there's no shift waiting for them. And you know that you can only work work 20 hours outside of the job that you're brought to the UK to do. And believe me, it is so difficult right now to get jobs. Like, it is really, really difficult. I plan on asking international students their biggest challenges, their biggest struggles in the UK. If weather permits, I plan on doing that just so you can hear from them. You need to have it at the back of your mind that if you're not willing to go through the stress of getting a job and you want to pay, be ready to bear the consequences. Now, these persons, they are bearing the consequences for their actions, and they are coming online to make video saying, oh, we've called the police. Unfortunately, ignorance is not an excuse when it comes to the UK law. Generally, ignorance is not an excuse, so they are going to go down. The employer might just lose their license, but you that came to the UK under that license, you're going back to your country, and you might even face a ban, because there is no way you would say you were not aware that it's illegal to pay for a job. This information, they are accessible, they are online. That's what they're going to tell you. It is everywhere, it is online, it is accessible. You should not pay for a job. These are the ways to get a job, but you decided to go through that way. And unfortunately, you just have to bear the consequences. So screaming, I'll call the police or I'll do this, trust me, if that employer goes down, you're going down with that employer. I remember speaking to someone recently, and she was telling me that since she came, she has not even worked one single shift. The employer went from encouraging her to stop picking her calls. Like, even if she walks to them to the office, they tell her the same thing. Wait, be patient, be patient, be patient. And it's going to 10 months now. And this particular woman, she has not worked one single shift. This woman that came with her family. So how do you expect this family to fail? Knowing that the UK is more like garbage in, garbage out. As you're receiving your salary is going out, it takes a lot for someone to save. The cost of living is rising daily. Things are expensive. Housing, oh my God, let's not even talk about housing. It is so expensive. So when these people don't get paid, how on earth do they pay their bills? Like, I don't even know how these people cope out there. Like, how do you guys cope? How are you people fending for yourselves? Because I can't even imagine it. It is insane. It is crazy. Now, aside that, lots of care workers currently, they are facing so many challenges with their employers, and that is why in one of my videos I talked about Unison. You guys, please join Unison. Unison is going to protect you. It's going to protect your rights as an employee. Lots of immigrants lately, they face so many challenges in the work, from ranging from no shift to low pay to working too much, to the employers working them to work more than they bargained for, to even accusations from workplace, either your colleague is accusing you, your employer is accusing you, or even the clients, they are accusing you. Care work sector is a lot. It is a lot, as in, honestly, it is really, really a lot at this point, and the pay is actually so low. Now, we all know that the UK have been trying to call down on migration, both illegal and legal, and that is what I'm going to be talking about in my subsequent videos, maybe probably next video or next two videos, the plans that they currently have regarding this care visa route, right? Because they plan on reducing net migration from 606,000 down to 240,000. Yes, it is in the pipeline now. They stated that last year nearly 58,000 care visas were issued out in the care sector, and they have plans on reducing that number. And trust me, they know that a lot of things are going on, ranging from people merging up as dependents, like coming to the UK as fake dependents. You guys are not officially married, but you do a lot of things, I don't know, and come to the UK and then you separate. I don't even know how they do it. Like, if the UK is not for you, it is not for you. There are so many countries now, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland. There are so many countries that if the UK is not working for you, that you can try, you can attempt. I mean, follow people that talk about these countries and see how you can find way for yourself, other than paying and coming here to suffer. So guys, it's very important that you do the right thing. If you're watching me and you take money from people, I hope life teaches you a lesson, because it is terrible, it is awful, it is bad. For you to own a business, it means that you've been in this country for so many years, so you know what it's like living in this country with no job. A family of 4, family of 5, family of 6, they come to the UK hoping on you, the employer, hoping to be able to work shifts and get paid and, you know, cater for their family, and they are not seeing this. And you know how difficult it is to get a job now. So it might even take the dependents a while to get a job. So how do you want these people to feel? How do you want these people to fend for themselves? Note that most people, this money, they don't just pull it out. This money is not somewhere lying in their account. Some have to sell their houses, some have to sell their properties, some have to quit their job. They go through a lot to be able to raise this money, and this money is exclusive. It's not even including their flight and visa fees. They still have to do this. So they've spent a lot of money. Some even took loans from banks with lots of interest piling up and increasing monthly, so they need to pay back this loan. Now if you're not giving them shifts, how on earth would they fend for themselves and be able to clear their bills? And we know what comes with moving abroad. Black tax. It's very common for your family to start ringing, oh brother, money, our mother is sick, and this one is that, this one is happening. How do you want these people to cope? Like, is that not depression? So guys, please, if you're watching this video, please do not pay. Don't. Now, I'm not even going to rule out the fact that this care visa route has really helped and enriched lots of families, because it gives you and your family just 5 years ticket to getting ILRO and becoming British. It is beautiful, but it should be done the right way. And I won't lie, the number of people that have benefited from this is way more than the number of people that are suffering as a result of it. No cap. Yes, it's true, but then it is very important that we do the right thing. But even the good companies are now becoming greedy as well. Like, I mean, they're seeing their mates charging huge money. Do you know what £10,000 is? How many immigrants earn £30,000 in a year? I mean, it takes time for you to go on 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, and imagine you just comfortably in your house receiving about £50,000 in 1 week from 5 different people. Now there is even 15,000. Imagine getting £150,000 from 15 people who are willing to pay. Then the good companies that are willing to, you know, employ you the right way legally, definitely greed would set in. The problem now comes from you that is enabling them by giving them this money. What plans do you have for yourself? Is that when you come, you're not getting any shifts, you're going to just be managing your 20 hours job, or you plan on working more than 20 hours with another company? Do you know the implications of not receiving money from your employer? Well, the reason you're in this country is to work for your employer and pay tax. We all know the UK, one of their major way of generating revenue is through taxation. Now, when it's time for you to apply for your ILR, what's the guarantee that it's not going to affect you, that you've not worked for the company you came from? And what's even the assurance that you're going to get another company that will be willing to sponsor you? Because I know that's what encourages more people. And even if they don't give me shift, I will try and get another company that will sponsor me. Are you kidding? How easy do you think that is? I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Trust me, I'm not. But what I'm saying is that be ready to bear the consequences. And there's no point coming online to rant, because if your employer goes down, you go down too. On a lighter note, if unfortunately your employer is not giving you shift and you're already in the UK, and of course you can't go back to your home country, I won't even encourage that, because you're going back to like zero. I think the best thing you can do is to just get more qualifications. Try to do your MBQ level 2. Volunteer with the NHS. Yes, it's an issue of just being at home with it. They're not giving me shifts. Why don't you volunteer to work with the NHS? I know that currently there's a scheme going on in Huddersfield Trust where you can work volunteer, I think for like 18 months or thereabouts, and then they give you sponsorship, or 1 year and they give you sponsorship. I think there's something like that is going on. Why don't you just volunteer, even if it's once a week, twice a week? You never can even tell why in the process of volunteering there might just be a vacancy and you apply for it. Because you've been working for them for free, they might even give you the sponsorship. Why don't you consider that? I think it's an option. Don't stay at home, don't stay idle, just volunteer. Trust me, there will definitely be light at the end of the tunnel. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and of course I will see you all in my next one. For now, bye guys.